Hello friends! It has been a minute. Got a little life update before we jump into today's video because things are about to look very different around here in the best way. First, if you missed the announcement on Facebook, we are having a baby. I have a little baby boy on board and he will be here in September. We are so freaking excited. Like, I can't even tell you how excited I am. So that's happening. And also, we just moved into a new house. I'm sure you know how chaotic all of that is. So needless to say, 2026 has really started off with a bang, more than I ever thought it would. If you've been around for a while, you know that my channel used to be primarily focused on glitter and epoxy tumblers. And while I loved that season, life has shifted, obviously. I've just been feeling really pulled to create in a way that gives me more room to explore all the things I love. So going forward, this channel is going to be a little bit cozy DIY, beginner-friendly crafts, some sewing, some home projects, and just overall making things that feel fun, creative, and you guys know me, it's not so serious. We're having a good time around here, as always. I still want to inspire you to create, just in a different way now, not in one box. I also want this moving forward to feel less like perfect tutorials and more like, let's do this thing together, because I am absolutely still learning a lot of things as I go, and there are a lot of things that I just want to try and share with you. So if you've ever wanted to try something creative but felt like you weren't good enough, or you didn't have anything or know where to start, you're in the right place. We're going to figure it out together. I'm really, really feeling super good about this shift, and I am so excited to be creating in this space again. I have missed it so much, like you don't even know. The first trimester was freaking, you guys, man, I finally feel like a human again. It's been like a really, really crazy time. Okay, now that we've caught up a little, let's talk about today's video. I made the cutest little fabric basket, and I'm really obsessed with it, and I want to make like 1,000 of them. I want to preface this by saying that before January of this year, I had never sewn a thing in my life. I am very, 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 very beginner. But one of my goals in 2026 was to learn to sew. And so for my birthday, my husband got me a sewing machine. He's the best. And I've just been playing around, learning as I go, kind of just not using patterns and just making stuff. And it's been really, really fun. So I'm excited to share this simple, very beginner friendly tutorial with all of you. It's not really a tutorial. It's more of a let's do it together. I will show you the steps and give you all of the information, but I'm no expert. I don't know anything, if I'm being completely honest. So we're going to get into this video. I hope you'll enjoy it. I'm so happy to be back with you, and I've got a lot of really great things coming. So subscribe if you are not already, and let's get into this video. Okay, let's go. All right, so for my fabric, I am using 2 pieces from Walmart. Now this floral is actually a baby blanket from a multi-pack that I got when I first found out I was pregnant and didn't know if it was a boy or a girl. And I was like, oh, these are cute. And if it's not a girl, I'll just use the fabric. Turns out not a girl, so I'm using the fabric. This is just like a, kind of like a, not a fleece, but maybe like a flannel-y fabric. And then the other one is just a pre-cut cotton roll. Like I said, I got both of these at Walmart. You can use any kind of fabric you want. You don't need to use a specific material for this project because it's just a basket. It's not going to go in the microwave or anything like that. So we don't need to worry about fabric makeup here. You do just want to use 2 different patterns that go together. If it's your vibe to have them not go together, that's fine too, because this will look cute in any way you do it. I'm going to start by cutting 2 squares from each pattern of fabric. My squares are 14 by 14 inches, and this basket ended up being like a relatively good medium size. Like I said in the intro, I did not follow a pattern. I'm just kind of doing this based on a few Instagram videos that I've watched. So I don't have a pattern. I just kind of went with a size that I thought would work for my mom's birthday gift, which is what I made this for initially. So I use 14 by 14. You'll see the size in the end, and then you can just adjust your squares if you want a bigger basket or a smaller one. Once I've got all my squares cut, I'm going to line my outer pieces with my fusible interfacing. This is just from Amazon, nothing special nor too expensive. Now, initially I was going to line all of the pieces, but I figured since this is going to be the outside, the liner doesn't really need it. If you wanted to, you could. It'll just make it a little bit thicker and more like heavy duty, but you don't need to really like waste this material. So I'm just going to line the outer pieces of my basket. Once I've got my pieces lined, I'm going to cut out a 2-inch square from the bottom corner of each of my fabric pieces. This is what's going to allow us to like box off the bottom, and it won't just be like a pouch, it'll actually have a flat bottom once we sew it. So 2-inch square for this size of fabric. You might want to adjust your square sizes depending on like how boxy you want it to be. You could do a 1-inch, you could do a 3-inch, just depending on how big your fabric squares are overall. You know, one thing I didn't know about sewing is that 95% of it is prep work and cutting and pinning and lining things up, and only like the tiniest little portion of it is actually sewing. So that's been really super fun. So now we are actually ready to sew our first 2 pieces together. So I'm taking my gingham pattern here and I'm going to put them facing each other so the wrong sides are facing out, and I'm going to use my clips here. I prefer using clips. I feel like it's easier than using pins, at least for me as a beginner. You can use pins or clips, doesn't matter. So I'm going to clip all the way around my fabric except for 2 places. So on the bottom, I'm going to leave a gap that's maybe like 4.5 inches that I'm not going to sew. I am going to sew the edges, and I'll mark it here with a pen so you can see, because at the very end, we're going to need a place where we can flip the whole basket right side out, because it will be inside out when we do it. So at this stage, you'll need to decide between your 2 fabrics, if you haven't already, which pattern you want to be the inside lining and which side you want to be the outside. So the lining piece is the one that you're going to leave the hole in the bottom. And then on your outer piece, you'll just sew around all of the edges without a hole in the bottom. Once I'm all clipped up, it's finally time to sew something together. So I'm going to sew all of those edges on the sides and the bottom. I am not doing anything with the corners. We're going to deal with that after we sew all the edges, so you can just leave those alone for now. Now we're going to tackle those corners. So I'm going to pull the corners towards each other, as you can see here. And then I'm going to
try and press the seams. I didn't really leave a seam allowance. I don't really fully understand the seam allowance thing, if I'm being completely honest with you. But I'm going to try and press these open just so when I sew it all together, it's nice and flat. So I'm just ironing that. Normally I would do it on an ironing board like always, but I just want to show you what I'm doing and how I'm doing that. So I'm going to pull those corners together, clip them, and then just sew a straight line along the corners to create that boxy shape. So at this point, we've got two boxy bag looking things, and now it's time to put them both together. So I've got my outer piece inside out, as you can see, and then I've got my lining piece that I'm going to turn right side out. So I'm going to put the lining piece inside my outer piece, and we're going to have the right sides facing each other. And this is why we leave that hole in the lining piece, because right now everything's inside out, and we're going to use that hole in a little bit to flip it all right. So once I've got my lining piece inside of my outer piece, I'm going to clip around the entire top edge of the basket. I'm really being careful to line those two seams up so that they're lined up in the right place. And I'm just going to clip all the way around, and then I will sew all the way around the top edge. After sewing that top edge, I'm going to flip everything right side out. So I'm going to pull that lining out, reach my hand in through that hole in the bottom, and just turn it all topsy-turvy right side up. And then what I'm going to do is sew the bottom hole together. So I'm going to be really careful to fold in those edges so that nothing looks unfinished, but I'll fold in those edges, iron them down or press them so that they lay really nicely, and then I'll just sew a little line across the bottom to close that hole up. Once that hole is all closed up, you can just shove that lining back into the basket, and we are going to sew another stitch at the top of the basket to hold that lining in place. So I'm going to basically just follow the edge. I think I tried to leave maybe like 1/4 of an inch on this top edge, but I'm gonna try and like lay these seams as flat as I can. I am going to press them before sewing to make it a little bit easier, but I'm just gonna sew those 2 lining pieces together at the top as well, just to hold them in place and finish it a little bit more nicely. Once we've sewn that top stitch, all we need to do is fold down the top edge to reveal that lining. You don't have to, I guess, but I think the lining looks so cute when it's like peeking out a little bit. You could also maybe cut out like a cardboard piece or a plastic piece or something to put into the bottom to make it a little bit more sturdy. I didn't for this purpose, but I think when I make future ones, I'm going to try to, just to make them like stand up a little more haughtily, I guess. So here is the final result. How stinking cute is that? I love it. Oh my gosh, so fun. I can't wait to make more and more and more of these, maybe for the baby's room. I don't know. But here's also what it looked like when it was all put together for my mom's birthday. It fit quite a few things in it. I was really, really impressed. So that's it. Hopefully you guys like this video. I am so excited to be back with all of you, and I have so much fun stuff to share now that I'm a little bit settled and like back to normal after the tumultuous and so exciting first few months of the year. All right. Thanks so much for watching again. Let me know if you liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay. Love you. Bye.